셧다운. OK저축은행 프리온대 광동 트릭스.
Hovering it immediately, so I don't think they're going to put too much thought into it. It's just going to be give me the cow, and let's see whether we can get through the early stages of the lane that could be a little bit more difficult, but I don't think you're going to get punished as much by a Xayah Leona lane in the early game anyway. So Hammerlife Esports, a lot of the things that they have historically loved, but DRX a lot of tools to fight against it. Let's see how it goes. We hop onto the Rift for game 1.
Frog tries to hide in the brush, as we already see.
Yep.
Saw the ping go down. The one thing that specifically for DRX I think does make me worry a little bit is that Viego traditionally excels when you play him with picks that provide great lockdown and burst so that he can start up with his resets. And outside of linking up with Leona, it doesn't really feel like you have a lot of those tools, right? Feared and then win the trade that way. His CSing has been a bit unfortunate though.
Yeah.
Action towards the bot side of the map.
Viper taking a lot of damage from Teddy here. Very aggressive, Woo! Down sub 200. Splitter and Teddy really starting to put the screws in. Delight at full health, but with Viper not being able to follow up on too much, could be a little bit dangerous here. As DRX holding their own. Sponge going to be able to grab himself the Rift Scuttler as Peanut does spot him.
Sponge now does actually need to use the time allotted to him. He can either look for a gank towards the bottom side of the map, but I think Viper is going to try and play this very, very safely, and this is a Zeri.
All right, let's see how she goes. Nice on the E there from Pleta. Able to get in with the Zenith Blade, but Viper just skates out and he's Zeri. Yeah, walls.
Cleanse will get forced out, which might give a level 6 all-in angle for Pleta and Teddy, and the Dragon should be taken here by DRX. Oh, they are looking...
I need to teach my mind to factor in cleanse more often now that the cooldown is a bit longer. As DRX, they were thinking about going for it here, but Zeka able to get that roam over. Yahoo very far away from that mid lane.
This wave
does finally turn up.
Hammerlife is missing out a little bit here.
Yeah. Still prioritizing this one quite a lot as Delight goes in. Flash out immediately from Pleta, but there's still the cease and desist coming in. Extendo Beam gets a fair bit of work done as Pleta trying to turn a Peanut. Goes down for first blood. Pleta able to get that kill as well, as now Sponge turns into the Vi and is able to take down the Zeri. More of these resets coming forward, but I don't think they're going to be able to get too much more. And the Dragon loses interest in the battle completely. DRX come out ahead. That is going to be very powerful here for Hammerlife Esports, especially with Zeka on this Tristana. A lot of pushing threat from this squad already.
Sponge, cheeky steal?
Perhaps, but no, not going to be the case. There's now Frog once again getting burnt, but doesn't actually get the Impale fully underneath the turret. That was a bit of a weird situation there.
Yeah, so he got the Impale, and then Doran flashed out immediately. There wasn't no follow-up either, so I don't think he would have been able to kill him by himself as a rule. Pleta.
All right, going for it here as he does Hex Flash over that wall. Viper gonna get Solar Flared, immediately cleanses that one, but there is more CC to come on through here as in comes Sponge, and yeah, Viper is just going to skate away. That is a wall, even though it does look like a pit of doom.
Cove Gaming!
Yeah, that's a bit of cliff skating as well there from Viper. You do like to see that one.
It's like a skating game, but it's more edgy.
Yeah. It's like with those new, okay, never mind. We got a bit of a dive here towards the bottom lane as Frog gonna flash out of the way, avoids the equalizer quite well as Yahoo. He came in with the teleport, so he will be able to keep his top laner alive, but no one dead on the side of Hammerlife Esports, and they get the teleport at this point in time. And I just love that we're talking about this DRX roster that was struggling to get any wins at all in spring. But being capable of maybe getting something done here as there is a two-man Impale like you were talking about. Doran trying to offer the damage back. Cease and desist comes down. He's very tanky, but not quite tanky enough. And the turret juggling was beautiful. Doran just wanders his way out. DRX a bit too late on the play. Sponge will be able to even things out, or at least might be able to even things out by taking this Dragon as Zeka moves on over. Gets the control ward down, and I think Sponge might have to get himself out of here. Nice little stun here onto Zeka as he closes the gap. Viper's moving down though, and Heartbreaker to come in. Zeka gets himself out, and do they manage to get this? Extender Beam comes in, and the smite a little bit too early there from Sponge, and Peanut comes on over and locks it down. Oh dear, Viper's now ulted on top of Teddy as well as it's starting to fall apart for DRX. He wants to stand his ground, but I don't think he's going to be able to do so, and there it is. He gets the Feather Storm. That's all Viper wanted. And Doran's going to come in here as well. So it's our first honest 5v5 as in goes Delight, finds a decent Pulverize as Yahoo tries to flash away. It's a decent ulti, but it's a better couple of kills for Zeka. And the Skarn able to answer one back onto Doran, but already it is a one fight for Harmalife Esports. Oh, never mind. They might be able to turn it here onto Delight, but never mind. Sponge going to be taken out and Delight walks away. Frog now is just going to get burned down as he's running the wrong direction, and it's another kill for the Tristana. Massive, almost a quadra kill if we had time on our side for Zeka, who now moves up to 4-0-2.
Because it's so insanely strong.
Oh yeah.
It looks like that's what they're going to do, but they don't have vision, so they're going to need to find a miracle fight here.
Yeah, there's the flash out from the Solar Flare, so Doran not going to have that available right now. Sponge wants to get in and go for some sort of steal, but he's going to get pushed away. That is going to be that soul point that you were talking about. Equalizer onto 4 is fantastic, but the flashes out, get DRX out of there. And they will be able to get themselves this outer turret in the mid lane. So it's not all bad news, I guess. Pulling back that gold lead a little bit, but as far as the future is concerned, it's looking more and more dire. That soul point just so powerful.
But that was unfortunately not his highlight series. But right now, he is doing a great job as, oh, Frog.
Yeah, Frog might be in a little bit of trouble here. Cease and desist comes down. He's going to acquiesce. Does impale a couple of people, but yeah, no, he's really dead. And that is now going to be Harmalife Esports turning that into another turret. These 5 grubs really doing work for Harmla right now.
Skarner, a pick that remains extremely high pro, and I think justifiably so, is Delight. Might have to ult here.
Getting engaged on here a little bit. In fact, he's just going to turn it. Teddy's going to get blown up in an instant. Pletter to go down as well as now Viper. It's his turn to get a few of these kills. A double already set up as now he just skates on in and looks to execute Yehu. He's going to be able to help Zeka grab that one. And Frog, he's spared this time around, but he is the only one left standing. 3 full items now and does have that luxury QSS's. Sponge could just be dead. Yeah, he's just dead. Frog is going to come in, and yes, he will pay for it, but I think going 1-for-1 in that instance, you're going to be feeling okay with it. As now Peanut looking to try and turn this one. Viper from over the wall just safely free hitting onto DRX. Frog going to get slowed down. Pletter as well, as that extendo beam got so much value, and this inner turret is not here, so cease and desist comes down. Yehu just finds himself gap closed on. Peanut almost falling down, not quite going to go though, as Harmalife Esports push further forward. Teddy just trying desperately to do something, but it is just a double. 7, 1, and 6 for Viper, and Harmalife Esports will break open the base. He's just struggling, walking down this red carpet,
Ignore
and
the pick.
not where he wants to be. Is Buster Shot actually going to be used against Zeka considerably here? Thankfully, they're really far ahead, so it doesn't actually matter as he crab raves on his way out. Man, that was almost really weirdly done from Zeka and almost caused his demise, but they're 12,000 gold ahead, so it doesn't matter.
Harmalife.
5 members of Harmalife Esports, finally, they have found their way. They found the map. And now they're looking to try and break open this top lane as well. Delight just being that front line, and there is the Pulverize onto 2. Equalizer is beautifully placed at the same time as now Viper is just going to dash in and burst fire them all down. It's a double. The other AD carry going to get one as well, and he's now skating over the Nexus, getting shot at by 2 Nexus turrets without a care in the world. That is going to spell the end of the game as Frog versus Doran. We're going to watch that instead of the Nexus dying because it was a little bit more interesting. Some teleports going out, and that's the Harmalife Esports we're expecting to see this week. DRX, the pressure looked like it got too much for them, and you could see exactly that moment at about 15 minutes into the game where it all just started spiraling out of control.
A lot of choices. Zeri, Lulu is also still amazing. As we are countering Space Vein with
Regular
Real
Vein.
There's a lot of token happening. I wonder if we're going to get something fun.
Ooh, Renata.
Okay, so Renata obviously really good into short-range characters. So that is the Xin, that is the Kai'Sa, and that is the Leona. Also in engaged sports generally, you're going to feel great.
63%, something like that. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one's going to go. Let's jump onto the Rift for game 2. A bit of a base skin battle as well here in this mid lane.
They're base skin berries.
Yeah, I'm kind of into it. Could have been double of the cool mechs with Aurelion Soul having the option into Doran's Rumble, which is the only Rumble skin that we ever see. Good old Super Galaxy, but that's okay. Zeka gonna wander away from Yehu here.
I think we're mainly looking for him to just have a better performance here. And as I say that, he is getting danger zone overheated.
Yeah,
Not
and
at
he was playing very well in the early game last time, as Sponge is going to find Peanut, does push him away, but right now Peanut is in a whole host of trouble. Both of them have flashes. Doran is moving over, and Sponge is going to at least let Peanut leave now, but it might be another double scuttle here for the Sponge.
If it wasn't for Frog taking that big of a beating,
and it didn't quite work out in that game? Was that the game?
No, because I think Broken Zeri was the year before that.
Oh.
And then again last summer. And then what's her score again right now?
Figure out what's going on. Speaking of figuring things out, Peanut going to start off these grubs right on top of a ward. Sponge going to make a return visit. Let's see who's going to be able to take the first one. It is going to be Sponge, but it's Peanut focusing on the 1v1 that isn't going to be one of those for much longer. Zeka makes his way in. There's the Flash Emperor's Divide as Audacious Charge gets Sponge out there, or at least attempts to. Oh my god, he's still alive! The Equalizer not doing too much of anything at all as Yahoo breathes on them as Sponge makes his exit.
I can't believe he lived!
It wasn't exactly the greatest of Owen Wilson's, as we might get saved by some action, as no, the boulder's going to go wide. Harpoon not, though, as that's an Equalizer. Gets the flash out of Frog, who is really getting trounced in this lane. Even the Equalizer that was used aggressively kills the wave as well.
They're like, not going well is one thing.
Oh no! Frog tried to just leave. He tried to exit, and it's not really going to work out. He is able to get the Impale off, but Peanut isn't going to die to the turret. Breaks the last shot that would have killed him, and so he's going to be absolutely fine. That is going to be first blood going on over, and Delight looking for a little bit of an entrance into the enemy jungle. There are a lot of bad guys there, though, so probably not going to go for too much, as now he's going to have to take the northern exit. Nice Zenith Blade, decent handshake as well there, but the kitchen sink is now falling down on top of him. Teddy finds that backline as Yahoo's going to look to flash away. Handshake not going to save Delight this time, as Peanut locks down the kill on the other side. So it's Dragon for Renata, and I guess you might take that if you're Hummer Life Esports, but at least DRX are on the board. Might be able to 1v2. He is level 11.
Very strong here. Delight's also there. The main question is, can Teddy join the fight? Doesn't have a killer instant available. Sponge obviously does have his ultimate, but ultimate doesn't do a whole lot. Of Rumble is right on top of you, but they don't want to risk it. They also do have Plata on the back making his way over, and they're just going to trade the dragon instead.
Yep, no, head towards this dragon. We'll see exactly what soul we're going to get, as we'll know. There we are. So looks like Orcs is paying attention. We got some high-value dragons.
It doesn't feel great to just auto an entire wave one by one minion, but that's kind of what you got to do. Whereas Teddy obviously has Shiv.
Oh, as well. Weather looking for that opportunity. Doesn't find the Zenith Blade, and now, yeah, this is looking real worrying. However, they just turn it onto Zeka. Yahoo able to breathe on him, and it's going to be Sponge locking down the kill. I felt like Humble Life Esports had them where they wanted them, but it turns out DRX were very happy about that fight.
Crucially,
there's a killer instinct as Viper going to have to get out of there. Does so. Tumble going to be enough. And now Teddy doesn't have anything, and he is really dead. Almost manages to kill Viper, but it's not going to happen. So the immediate punishment.
Teddy just tried to have a little bit too much fun, and we all know that's not allowed if you're an AD carry.
Precisely not. And Doran and Viper going to make short work of this outer turret in the mid lane as well. So that is a little bit of a pivotal mistake. But he's now looking to try and wrap around and lock down.
Oh, they know, but they don't.
Yeah. This is sole point, remember, for Hummer Life Esports. If he gets in here and steals it away, there he is! As he's looking for Yahoo, the Equalizer comes down and he doesn't care about taking the dragon. He wants the kills, but he'll get neither as he's wiped out, and Yahoo DRX be able to escape. Stage left. All right, there is Sponge making his way out of Zeka. Wants to get it, but he's just popped like a balloon. I don't know what the thought was behind that, but it was aggressive and he got punished.
Okay, no,
it's been a long time.
I definitely have the wrong graph.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the big... Oh, Sponge.
Yeah, he is going to get spotted and immediately punished. They do get the handshake into the wall there as well. But Sponge has an ultimate, and now he's going to turn it around. Oh my goodness, the bailout does nothing. And yes, they managed to kill the Zins out, but at what cost? It is 2 going down for Yahoo. They'll grab one for the Space Bane wielded by Teddy as well. And now they're just doing their best to try and escape, but it's just not going to happen. Getting out of the way of this Skarner is a difficulty, and he even gets the Impale. Blind over the wall, gorgeously played. They'll turn this into a Baron. Looks like we're going to game 3.
The unseen Frog is the deadliest Atlas. as Homa Life go in on Zinzao, and it just doesn't end up working out. Zeka.
Oh dear. Well, Emperor's Divide is going to push them back into the pit. And he does, you know, shift some sands to get himself out of there. Teddy not able to chase him down. It's, oh, never mind. Oh, okay. That was too close.
This is a conversation we've been having. And this is by no means specifically.
Oh, there's a solar flare. It's going to catch him right as Peanut went home. Delight is left to the wolves. He finds a handshake, but I don't think Doran's going to be saving him here. And Pleta wants to kill him too. Delight manages to try to bail himself out, but he's going to be just delayed death here. And that is another one going over to Teddy. Just disaster for Hanwha. And then we'll fight it out in game number 3. As we check it out from Pleta's perspective, Peanut just goes home, and there was nowhere for this guy to go.
This engage here. Oh. Doran too late with the flash.
Yep.
So Pleta already has the connected, and from that point on, I don't want to go for hybrid.
That's a big old teleport from Doran. They do not want to give up this Baron, as they're just trying to keep them out of the pit. Peanut, though, should be able to have an entrance here, as now Teddy moving into the back of the pit now himself. Peanut goes over. It's not going to be the steal, as now Frog finds the Impale onto 2. Teddy gets Killer Instinct into the backline and executes Peanut, and Homa Life Esports are routed. They were too far behind, and that will be the game-winning fight here for DRX, as Zeka is just looking to defect. He wants back to his old team, I guess. Walking the wrong direction right now. Oh, never mind. It was a bait and switch. Is now the Dragon getting employed here by Sponge. The rest of DRX are looking to try and finish this one off, as Zeka is going to be able to make it out. There we go. Congrats.
Makes it out. We'll see if he can have the hold of the summer. Because DRX, they're marching up, bringing us to a game number 3, and who would have thought that coming in, Atlas?
Well, I wouldn't have thought it after game number 1, because Homa Life Esports looked so incredibly controlled. Maybe after the draft you had a bit more of an inkling, but I didn't know that DRX had this in him. That was a nice handshake there from Delight, but I just don't think it means anything at all. Pleta sacrifices himself for the good of the colony, and DRX move us to a game 3. And it's one of these things that's been plaguing the LCK for quite some time. I actually even felt like at MSI, like the answer to our teams was to just pick Zinz out, because they will try to kill him.
For Homa Life, I think the composition is all right, but I don't... Again, it's the same issue I had with Sponge in game 1, where to me, Viego excels when you play him. There's a reason why Viego-Lissandra is like such an iconic combo. I think Viego-Ari is another.
That they can leverage moving into the mid to late game, but doesn't have the longevity of the last. Let's hop into it.
For Doran to play off with his ultimate.
Oh, yeah, actually going to get caught out of position here just a little bit. Yeah, does have to take Valkyrie first.
Oh, that
suboptimal.
That is Gatling gun is very, very uninteractive, and it also allows you to have a lot of control over the wave. And that is not going to be the case here, because Doran is like, Frog, I'll show you why people are respecting the Skarner.
Well, there's another crash down here onto Pleta. Pleta actually standing his ground. They are going to be able to win this one out. Really nicely done there. Teddy looking good on this Jhin so far, as Viper is going to fight back and maybe make me eat those words. There's the flash forward. The Ignite is now down there looking for it, but Teddy is down so low. First blood going over to DRX, but it's Viper that's still left in the lane. And look at this damage really starting to stack up here. He's pressing the attack, and it is working.
So you really got to play a bit more respectful.
Oh, there it is. Doran managing to find the pushback. Frog is going to flash away, but it's not going to work, as Peanut will be able to cut him down. Possesses the Rumble and will just use him to take down this Gromp. They do like him.
Yeah, I was actually setting up a decent amount of tweets about, you know, it's going to be Genji T1 again, because they didn't actually meet at MSI.
True.
Which is crazy to me. They always meet. I didn't this time around, unfortunately.
No, I think it's fortunately, to be honest. We've had too many team kills, right?
Well, Atlas, I'm an LCK caster. If I had Genji T1 in MSI finals, I would have.
Oh, it'd be great if it was the finals. We have some regrets about what we wrote down, but we felt like it was so many years in the future. We were like, it's fine.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think Frog might be in some trouble here.
He could potentially be, as Doran's going to ram him into a wall. Peanut going to turn up, just wandering in. He'll find the Q, he'll find the stabs, and there was just nothing Frog could do. Like, where is the counterplay? Normally a positive. Unless it's top lane, in which case it feels okay.
Oh, 80 carry Vayne. Sorry, 80 carry Vayne. specifically, and they have Delight on an engage report. So I'm feeling great with the Humble Life odds. At the same time, though, the fact that we're even discussing this in the first place, I think is something we should
Celebrate.
savor and celebrate while we're at it, because it is very unexpected. DRX, as you point out, right now, DRX should be at least feeling confident to set this up. And again, they have so much damage, but you need to find these early picks.
Oh, I thought Sponge might be about to press the R button, but decides not to. We'll just back away. Man, it almost looked like we were going to have some action, but instead, Humble Life Esports just wander into the river.
I'm telling you, that combo of Frog, Teddy, and Sponge, that's going to be the big one. Sponge does get spotted, so they know this is coming.
Yeah, let's see where this equalizer is going to land. Let's see what Sponge can actually find. A cease and desist comes in. They do manage to layer the equalizer over the top, but Delight with the counter engage is decent. As Peanut locks down 2 already. Teddy's burning. He's going to go down as well. And Frog, nothing he can do. Yahoo is now fighting against a very fed Peanut, who might be able to find a triple on the back end of that. That is going to be an ace in trade for just a pigeon. And Humble Life Esports, where have we seen this before?
But it also works the other way around, because even a single kill will set off Peanut.
Oh, that is just dirty. It's just dirty. And that combo needs a name. So is it Magnet Impale or Impagnate Storm?
Oh, I thought you were going to go with like Warner.
So right. Ooh, bit of face checking as Peanut did not quite have enough teammates. As Doran is now just impaling the Rumble. And he's kind of, well, he doesn't have a lot of damage. He is just going to be able to smash him against the wall, though, and that is going to do it. That's a solo kill under a turret for the Skarner.
Yeah, I'm very scared. Jonas Strong really.
Oh,
no, make it stop!
Okay, they get the flash, but there's the impale. They just can't do anything about it, and Frog is once again dead. On the other side of the rift, it is going to be Zeka falling down. So it is a trade of 1 for 1. Favorite Mario Kart, interesting. Probably Mario 64.
Really?
Because I played it the most.
Yeah, fair enough.
Although I loved the SNES one as well.
It's very straightforward. In case you missed it, what happens is Zeka walks up and then he gets Vine. Viper's hit rate is great.
It is.
Like when you just look at not intended target, but just hitting
a champion, yeah. As Doran is just walking menacingly towards Yahoo, and he is just going to get impaled. Great crash down and Magnet Storm from Delight as they lock up the Corki. Humble Life Esports now looking for even more, as Doran can just throw boulders around, walk over walls, do all of those things. And Humble Life Esports, they just might have Baron on the mind. Doran. Doran is the only one.
And you know, I could see him do it.
Yeah, as Pleto is just going to get closed in on. It's a decent equalizer position, but unfortunately it just doesn't do damage. Well, it actually maybe does, as it's a double kill for Teddy. But like you were saying, who kills Doran? No one but Doran, and he is able to walk out of that one with more than half of his health bar. That's another ace.
But if you're a team that is genuinely contesting for winning the LCK,
Doran not going to find too much, as the Magnet Storm also isn't exactly the greatest, but are the wallets just too heavy? And according to Frog, I think they just might be. Pleto not going to be able to get out of this one either, is just going to get punched to death. Zeka also able to take down the Corki. And now the curtains are being called, but for who, Teddy? That is the question. As there's the flash, just the flash ram into the wall. And Teddy not going to be able to find too much here. He'll get back to his fountain, but he's not going to save his Nexus. And Humble Life Esports, they took a little bit of a trip away from victory in game number 2, but they came right back here in game number 3, and they are now on the board here in the LCK. And definitely something that our third place team from spring probably should have been able to achieve a little bit earlier, but definitely looking good in this last game. About being able to do that. Doran did the most damage in the game. Riddle me that.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Lisa for the POG interview translation, joined by Doran and Delight on the side of Humble Life Esports after their first victory of the summer season. Congratulations. Delight, first win to start off the season finally. How do you feel? Yeah, our first match didn't really go well, but we managed to pick ourselves up together, and I want to make sure that we can keep showing the best performance possible. Yeah, I'm so relieved that we won today, and I had a lot of fun in game, so I like it.
지난 스프링 때 결승 진출전에서
Well, Doran, last spring season, Hana Life Esports was so close to making it into the finals, but you guys could not. So how did you, prepare for the summer season? Yeah, it was a big bummer, but summer season is really, really important for us. So I just tried to forget what happened in spring and focus on the summer season.
딜라이트 선수 요즘 트리, 제리,
The light.
이렇게 3리
Right now in the meta, Tristana, Zeri, Alistar, the three champions seems to be on top of the tier list. And Game 3, Hana Life secured all three of them. So how did the drafting go?
다 먹은 거 같이 느낌이 들었고 그래서
I think we managed to secure all the picks that we kind of prioritized, so we were happy with how the draft turned out. In game number 1, Alistar was a huge counter into the opponent's comp. I guess that's why Alistar is the OP champion right now. How did you rate the Alistar kind of champion itself right now? I think it depends on your comp actually, and I think every different team has their own approach to the meta read right now. Then what are your thoughts on this tank support meta at the moment? Well, for me, I personally really like tank support, so I'm having a great time. Doran, Hana Life decided to play AD carry Vayne, but that was not good enough to connect that into a win. So I want to know about that pick. Well, if I remember correctly, a lot of marksman champions were being banned out. So Vayne was one of the picks that Viper was really confident. So we tried to believe him and give him the Vayne pick. And then what kind of feedback did you guys have before heading into Game 3? So we were playing on the blue side for the first time this series, so we wanted to focus on the plan that we had for the blue side. And then Game 3, the opponent decided to actually let Skarner through and lock in Rumble actually. What came to your mind when that happened? I think Skarner Rumble all comes down to how you actually play out the laning phase. It depends on the pilot, or it depends how you kind of play out the trades and everything. So I could kind of understand that. Then what is the most important part when it comes to the Skarner Rumble matchup? I mean, Rumble has always been really weak to, being exposed to ganks, so I think that's the most tricky part. In Game 3, Skarner Rel kind of synergy was so good. Was that something you guys always practiced in scrims? No, not really. We never had this kind of a wombo combo in scrims, but somehow on the LCK we managed to pull off some outplays. Delight, how would you like to rate your synergy with Skarner from Doran? I was just focusing on my own work. Also did Doran, so we were able to create some great synergy. And Delight, could you share Hana Life Esports goals for the summer season with the fans? Our spring season didn't really end where we were all hoping for, so I want to make sure that we can achieve something more this time. It's only the beginning right now, but I want to, have a long run this season, and I wish that we are the one having the big laugh at the end of the season. And this will be the end of the interview from Doran, Delight, and back to the space. Thank you.